Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? It's your boy Cool Eagle back here in another video. Just want to come talk to you guys because, whoa, do we have a lot to talk about today? Hope you guys are well out there. Um, if you're going for the Chiefs or the 49ers, if that's your team, congratulations to y'all. Y'all made it to the big game. This is a rematch between two teams that duked it out like 4 years ago when the 49ers had Jimmy Garoppolo. You had a first year Debo Samuel, a second year Dre Greenlaw, and Fred Warner. And we all know what happened. The 49ers found out that they just can't win with Jimmy Garoppolo. They had a good two interceptions on Patrick Mahomes in that game. And we all know what happened. He just turned into Patrick Mahomes that we know today and made the most amazing comeback in Super Bowl history, probably. And when we're talking about Patrick Mahomes right now, was his performance and the Kansas City Chiefs more impressive than Brock Purdy and the 49ers versus the Detroit Lions? Because let's remember, the Kansas City Chiefs were not favorites coming into this game. Baltimore was a 3.5 point favorite during the game. Prior to the game, right? And then once after that first drive by the Kansas City Chiefs, that shit switched so fast that Chiefs +5. It was crazy. Hope you made money on that. But Brock Purdy, a guy coming in with a passer rating of 25.2 when pressured, and Aaron Glenn talking about they're going to make it real complicated for him and bring the pressure. We know what Aaron Glenn represents with this Detroit Lions defense. They were I think number 2 in the league in stopping the run at 88.8. And running the ball is what makes San Francisco San Francisco. They set everything up through the run. Christian McCaffrey having an MVP kind of year. So coming into this game, you knew Brock Purdy was going to be under pressure, and it was all going to be how long can you keep these guys out of their game, and the offense doing what it needs to do. Ben Johnson on record saying that he refuses to take the job for the Seattle Seahawks and or the Washington Commanders for that head coaching role because he is still inspired to want to try to bring a championship to Detroit. Now, back to the game itself, though, Brock Purdy was under immense pressure. He allowed the game to get out of hand. I think he threw an interception, if I'm not mistaken, and then the Detroit Lions end up going up 24-0 at the first half. So, 24-7 in the first half, and put a lot of pressure on the 49ers just because, again, you had a record with Kyle Shanahan, a really bad record. He's only won one time when he was down by 7 points or more going into the half. So this game was already slipping away from the 49ers. When you talk about the Kansas City Chiefs, however, that they're playing the number 1 defense in Baltimore. You know, we know what that defense represents with Roquan Smith, Kyle Hamilton, and the Kansas City Chiefs offense with the genius of Andy Reid and Matt Nagy. They were still able to find ways to get Travis Kelce open. We know what Travis Kelce represents in the passing game, one of the best postseason catches of all time. And he's going up against the number 1 defense in pretty much every category. And Patrick Mahomes was able to keep the game close enough and allow that Kansas City Chiefs defense to really pull it off. So when we talk about these games, right, you're talking about a guy who was an underdog on the road, even though he was just the Super Bowl MVP against a really good Eagles team, by the way. And now he's on the road going into Baltimore against the number 1 defense, and he was able to not give away the opportunity the Kansas City Chiefs defense was giving him. Because just as much as we talk about the Baltimore defense giving Lamar Jackson and that Baltimore offense multiple opportunities, let's not forget what the Kansas City Chiefs defense was doing. Something that is really going under the radar, and how good Steve Spagnuolo really is as coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs. I just don't think we talk about it enough. But Brock Purdy overcame being a 7th round draft pick, last pick in the draft, Mr. Irrelevant. Missed last year's NFC Championship game because, he was injured. Not by our own fault. The coaches just didn't scheme the blocking properly. I mean, like, you let Hassan Reddick be one-on-one, whatever happens. But then he comes back the next year, called the game manager, and comes into Candlestick with immense pressure on him because now he's here. He has his weapons. Deebo Samuel, although not 100%, he still has his weapons. The defense is still the same, except a few pieces here and there. They got Javon Hargrave and Chase Young, and a more experienced Dre Greenlaw and Fred Warner. And the Niners, again, going 2, 4, or 5 of the last NFC Championship games. And coming in here to Candlestick with that pressure on his shoulders, being down 24-7 at half, there was no way any better would be like, there's no way they're coming back from this. Not Brock Purdy. Even though he's top 3 in MVP discussions right now. So, which was more impressive to y'all? Patrick Mahomes, a road underdog, going up against the MVP and the number 1 defense in the league? Even though, again, we really don't give enough credit to that Kansas City Chiefs defense? Or Brock Purdy overcoming the impossible, coming back from 24-7 at the half, throwing some really amazing passes, using his legs, looking very Joe Montana-ish, they're saying. That's what they're saying. I'm not saying it. I don't think he's Joe Montana, but he was good enough as a 7th round pick, last pick in the draft, down 24-7 at home against the team that's really good at what you're good at on offense. And you have to improvise, and even after you made a mistake, change the MVP discussion possibly. Because although Lamar is the favorite to win MVP, who knows? But tell me what y'all think in the comments, though. Love doing this with you guys. Laugh, love, all that good stuff. Y'all take it easy. We got more content on the way. Talk more about the Super Bowl, around the league, what's going on with the Eagles. But until then, y'all have a nice rest of your day.